Have you ever thought about what it would be like to make love with a swan? Because I have it recently, and before you swipe away, just know that it comes from a story from Greek mythology called Leda and the Swan. Weird way to start this video. In the myth, Zeus transforms himself into a swan to seduce, or according to who tells it, rape a beautiful woman named Leda. There is no evidence from the myth whether Leda wanted this or not. In most cases, she is just a object for Zeus. This moment has been depicted by hundreds of artists across history, including Da Vinci and Correggio, and most early depictions of this moment show it as a beautiful, graceful union, as if Leda welcomes the swan. But do you really think that that's what Leda wanted? And this is where things get really interesting, because as culture changes, perspectives on women's sexuality change, and as a result, depictions of this moment also change. From the poet Yeats, who described it as a terrifying attack, to Cy Twombly in 1962, who painted it as a bloody, violent mess. As if the swan, over the centuries, reveals its darker nature. The swan is an animal that is beautiful and graceful, so much so that it's really good at masking violent tendencies. Swans can be very aggressive, but this is not unlike violence that we see in men. It's known that most women who are sexually assaulted, it's from the men that they are closest with. And it's why the myth endures, because it understands that danger doesn't always look like danger. Sometimes danger is disguised as a beautiful, graceful creature. There is snake in swans, said Sylvia Plath. And it's why I'm so obsessed with Leda and the Swan. It's an act of domination disguised as elegance, like so much of it is historically. And it has a ripple effect: war, tragedy, violence, sometimes love and sometimes beauty. But everything spirals from this moment. And it's probably why artists are so fascinated by it, and have been for, 3,000 years, because it asks you to look closer at the situation, to decide what story you want to tell yourself. And most likely, once you see the real story, you can't look away, and you start seeing it everywhere.